So what I'm doing here is going through your Unit 1 review. So your Unit 1 review was put together with your unit exam in mind. And of course there's 4 chapters for this unit first unit exam. And so I'm putting these hints in context. Now while I'm thinking of it, I will tell you that when I put together this review sheet for your test, I had a little bit longer test in mind. I have shortened the test. So this is to say, and I did not modify my review sheets. So there are a few things on here that you won't see on your test. I hope that's okay with you. So the first term there is astronomical unit. Of course, that's the average distance between that is supposed to be the sun and the earth. It's very helpful. The next term there is light years. And so what I've done here is to kind of show a distant star. And so if this light from that star takes 1 year to get here, if the light takes 1 year to get here, then that star is located at a distance of what we call 1 light year. So usually people probably do pretty well with the concept of a light year. The next one is kind of 2 together. So here you see an observatory. Could be the Whitty Observatory located in the Big Hollow Recreation Area. And so we can, with an observatory, of course we have telescopes, we can look at these kind of squiggle marks are supposed to be galaxies. And since it takes light a little bit of time, no, that's putting it mildly, takes light time to get to us, when we see the light, for instance, from that top galaxy I have Young next to, we are seeing that galaxy as it was in the past, okay? And so as we look deeper into space, you see where it says younger, that second galaxy, that galaxy would look even younger to us because it took longer for the light to get to us. And then actually the edge there, I have something called the Cosmological Horizon. And this is one of the terms that is on your review sheet, but I was looking back in my notes and I see it did not make my notes. So actually this is a term that you won't see on your exam. But can you see where if our universe is about if our universe is about 13.7 billion years old, or 13.8 billion years old, you know, if you try to look at something that's, for instance, 14 billion light years away, there's not going to be anything. Okay, that's getting to something called the cosmological horizon. It's basically there has not been enough time that our universe has been existed for light to get to us from that point. Okay, so the next term, the time it takes for our sun to orbit the center of our Milky Way galaxy. So we talked about all sorts of different movements of planet. You know, the Earth spins on its axis. The Earth, you know, orbits the sun, and the sun is moving too. And one of the things that the sun is doing, like other good stars in our galaxy, is orbiting the center of the Milky Way. And so you might just want to jot down that number on your note card. That's 230 million years it takes to complete one go around. And we'll be back at that same place relative to a coordinate system outside of our galaxy. It's kind of interesting. And kind of also related to our galaxy, this is looking at our galaxy edge on, and so kind of we'll talk more about galaxies in general, but they have kind of a bulge in the middle, you see that, and those little red dots there are showing you the halo region, and we can infer by the movement of the stars in our galaxy that there is a whole bunch of mass in our halo that we can't see. So when it says where is most of the mass of our galaxy located, you would say the halo region. The next one actually has to do with our expanding universe. And though I've never eaten raisin bread, there you go. It's a small figure on this video, but you have these same figures in your textbook. So that first kind of raisin with a white around it, that is the local raisin. That is us. And each of those other raisins represents galaxies. And so my emphasis here is that the further away a raisin or galaxy is from us, okay, the faster it's moving. So kind of related to that then, we are in an ever-expanding universe. So then the last two kind of go together. I just kind of want you to know the relative size and location of these objects. Of course, we are just one planet in orbit about one star, okay? And so the planet and the sun make up something called the solar system. But our star is just one member of MW, stands for Milky Way Galaxy. And our galaxy is only one galaxy in a group of galaxies, a cluster of galaxies called the local group. And our cluster of galaxies, the local group, is just one in a cluster of galaxies called the local supercluster. So kind of putting things in perspective.